As a woman, I know how it feels like when you feel violated sexually. And I also know too well how it feels after. You know those times when you heard a voice or felt this nudge that was saying, "No, I don't want to do this. I want this to stop." But you don't listen to that voice for whatever reason. Let's not dwell on what we did or didn't do or say. Let's focus on understanding ourselves, healing, and learning how to take back our power. And for men out there, there are some lessons here for you. This we touch on in this episode with Aviv, just as we talk about Tantra, women's pleasure, and exciting ways for couple to reconnect. From the French Riviera, Aviv is brave for having this conversation with me in a public place. That's Aviv for you. So come, listen or watch, a brief discussion, but a topic that we can bring back to the show again. Share your thoughts if you wish to have this topic again on this show. Come for a ride on the Healing Train. I'm Rania, your host, relationship coach, speaker, author, practicing energy healing modalities. I bring to you these discussions so we can heal, become empowered, and grow together. This content contains mature subject matters. Listener and viewer discretion is advised. To work with me, you can find me on www.r2rcoaching.ca. Want to be a guest on the show? Send an email to guest@healingtrain.ca. Welcome to another episode on the Healing Train podcast, where we're talking everything about sex, relationships, and everything in between. And today I have a very dear friend of mine, and she is no other than Aviv. Welcome, Aviv, to the show.
Hi, so excited.
So Aviv and I met on a yoga retreat. She was my yoga instructor, and yeah, we met in Greece.
Yeah, back in the day, 2019.
Maintained in touch, and she is somewhat of an expert in this field. But I'm gonna let her introduce herself and tell us everything about what she does and where she is right now.
I'm very excited, and it's my first podcast that someone interview me, so I'm very excited about it. And I'm Aviv. I'm almost 40 years old, and I'm having my own business for wellness, yoga, and Tantra retreats, especially in Italy, in the French Riviera. And I teach about yoga, about different kind of meditations, about Tantra, and we will talk about that, what it is. I live now in French Riviera. I lived in Italy most of the time. First of all, sorry about my English. I talk so many languages every day. So, and also that if the conversation is going to trigger someone, it's not supposed to make you feel shame. I will talk about my experience, and you can take from this whatever you feel like. Maybe it's going to inspire you, and it's not the right thing for you. So really, I'm here to inspire and to make you feel curious about something that you never heard about.
Awesome. And again, I'm going to reiterate that neither of us here are claiming to be sex experts or licensed professionals in sex education itself. And also, we're not here to impose our perceptions on anyone who is listening. Just take from it what suits you. All right. So let's talk about Tantra. Oh, a lot of people hear this term and they're like, what is that? Right? Can you talk to us about what Tantra really is? Briefly, okay?
Yes, so I try to do it briefly. It's difficult. In Tantra, it's such a vast subject, and there are so many different type of Tantra, and it's even during this time, during these years, it's always changing. And I feel like every teacher brings something completely different. So even if you're interested about Tantra, try to go and hear many different teachers and see what is more resonate with you. Also, when I'm going to talk about what feels for me Tantra. So for me, Tantra means to be very present in everything you do. So it doesn't even mean to be only about sex. It can be drinking coffee and being very present that you can enjoy it like you are watching sunset. So it's everything you do during this life to be very present, so you feel like so alive in those things. Um, this is for me Tantra, and for other people it means other things. I like also the part of sex because it's beautiful. Mostly all the philosophy and practices or religious. It's all they talk about the next life, and Tantra is the only one that talks about this life is the next life. This is the life, and you need to live here and enjoy everything. Enjoy, feel it, be sensitive to everything we do. So there are many types of meditation, many types of practices that can help you. Sex is a very small part of this, but a very beautiful one that you can do alone or with someone to get to enlightenment.
That's actually a
Yeah.
very beautiful way of explaining it. And I'm glad that you said that it's not just about sex. Because I
No,
believe
not at
there's a misconception out there, Aviv, where someone hears the word tantra, they immediately think weird sex stuff, right? That's what that's all they can say, but it's not.
tantric massage. That means something else. That's what I hear most of it.
So can tantra mean sensual pleasure in a way? I know you said presence. You used the word presence, which is a very good word. But can we also describe it as something sensual and something pleasurable?
Yeah, because when you're present and you feel everything to the maximum, like you get to this moment of pleasure from everything. And it's pleasure. For some people, it's sexual or sensual things are more pleasure. For some people, I don't know, meditating, being in silence, or watching the clouds can be the most pleasure thing. I think it's very different for every person.
Mm.
I think most of the people can understand orgasm from sexual things, so I can talk. It's more easy for people to understand that when it's who had orgasm. Then you have this moment that you are not here, like in the moment, present. So it's more easy for people to work with this energy. But this is the energy of the second chakra. You have also orgasm from the third chakra, from the heart chakra, from the fifth chakra, from the seventh chakra. So there are different types, but we are more sensitive with the sexual energy. That's
I don't think I've ever heard someone explain it like that before, that you can actually have orgasms from different chakra points. I
wow,
never heard of it
crazy type of
personally.
it.
I never heard about it this way.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and especially beautiful in a couple when you have someone that you love and connect, and then you also discover. So after a while, when you have sex with the same person, okay, nice, normal sex. But then, let's do today heart chakra sex. And then you have different type of orgasm, and then you have the seventh chakra, and you connect with your soul. It's like sexual from the soul's level. I think it's a beautiful. I like to work with couples more than singles or going to workshop with single people because it's like I still love monogamy, and it makes me so emotional to see couples that've been together for 12 years and then they tell me, wow, it's the first time you see the soul of the other person, and they discover new levels and getting more deep into the relationship. It's made me really, really emotional. I love doing that. I love working with couples. Yeah.
I'm just curious, Aviv, how did you get to actually be in this type of work? It's just a weird thing to all of a sudden find yourself being a facilitator or a teacher or helping counseling or coaching of some sort. How did you get into that?
It's so weird. Like, also for me, like, how did I get to this? Because I remember myself as a child, like, wanting to know what is Tantra. I don't even know how I knew about this. It's like something I think I had from my past life. And I knew how much it's like something important from me. I knew that it needs to be special. I need to be ready for this. I did sex for the first time when I was 24. And it was clear to me, okay, now I'm ready. And there was this man that we've been dating for 3 years. We didn't have sex because I was not ready. And then I was like, okay, it was my birthday, 24, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready. And he invited me to this place, and sex, and I didn't understand the thing in the beginning. Sure, it took time, but yeah, I left him. I moved to Italy. I met my first boyfriend, and in the beginning, also nothing felt now like I didn't feel anything. I didn't understand what is orgasm. And then one day, we went to the beach. We took our tent and we slept in the beach. And I remember like looking at him, and then I started to cry, and then something was open in my heart. And we had sex, and I had my first orgasm. And
On the beach.
yeah. Like, oh wow, that's orgasm. And then everything started, and each time I had different type of orgasm, and then one day it was like orgasm for 20 minutes. And for me, I thought that everyone like that. But then talking with other women, it's not the case. So I think like I had something from my past life. So checking my astrology and my Vedic astrology. So yeah, something I came with this knowledge. And I tried also when I lived in India, so I tried to find the right teacher, and it was so hard to find them because in India it's not a very tantric place anymore. During COVID, after I met you, it was a yoga and tantra retreat. The guy, the Greek man there, he was the tantra teacher, and I thought to learn from him. Again, I felt like something wrong with men teaching tantra, and it's something that from tantra point of view, it's supposed to be teaching only by women, because for men, when they start teaching, in the end they use it just to have sex with other women. They feel this power of like, oh, I need to open the chakra to all the women. So just for people that are interested about Tantra, I really recommend to go and learn from women, not from men. It can be kind of dangerous. Right? After Greece, there was COVID, and then I had a lot of information just arriving to me. And then I found the right teacher, like Mananda Sarita and Shashi Salona, that they were talking, and it was not like they teach me, it was like reminding me about knowledge that I already knew, or even explaining me what I am doing, that's why I have this type of, and that was amazing. So I'm working with couples, but also with singles, and yeah, I took practices from different teachers and I combine it with my intuition. At the moment when I'm with a group, there's something like coming into me. It's like even when I teach yoga, I'm like that, as I just know what's right. So yes, and I'm still learning. It's still something that curious me, and going to try different workshops, different festivals of Tantra, always something new. Yeah, and I'm still looking for my partner. My tantric partner, where are you? So we can practice tantra the whole day.
So, Aviv, let's talk about when people come to you in the type of work that you do. What would you say the common challenges or issues that they come to you with, and how you actually help them?
Okay, so I think that people come to me more from curiosity. Like they're curious to know about tantra. I'm not the typical tantra teacher. If you see other tantra teachers,
I think we can tell by now. We can tell. We have a glimpse.
I'm a mix of like, when you see tantric teacher, they are more like hippie with the red dresses and living in Bali. I'm like living in the French Riviera, enjoying the luxury life, but also the spiritual life. So I'm attracting kind of people that like, oh, you teach Tantra? I'm curious. Let's see what it is. So they're not coming to me with specific problem, and they're just curious to know. And then slowly they discover that it helps them maybe with problems. So there were couples that couldn't get pregnant, and after one session of Tantra, they had sex and they got pregnant. And there are couples that have problems of couples like everyone, and just I'm teaching them techniques of new way of connect before they even have a conversation, breathing together, eye gazing, connect from the heart, and then to talk about the problem, change everything. when I work with singles people during retreats, I really like to work on the senses, awakening your senses, so to be more sensitive to the sound, to touch, to taste. There are many kind of beautiful ceremonies to do, and so, or dancing, shaking, and teaching them a lot of techniques, maybe more from Osho teaching, and combining a lot of stuff. So it's not specific problem, it's more curiosity.
But I guess if someone, I mean, let's just say a couple were experiencing a disconnect, life got in the way where, they've been together for a while, they got kids, life is just so stressful sometimes, and they lost that connection. Either they're not having that much sex or their sex has become boring, right? So can they come to you and learn the tantric way of reconnecting, I guess, and finding ways to find pleasure and sexual connection once again? Is that possible?
Yes, of course. After you do this kind of practices, your sex is changing, and you discover new ways, new level of orgasm. You can even get orgasm without even penetration. So you discover a new world to play with. And sometimes you can do the normal sex, and then today we do a meditation, like tantric sex. There are so many things to learn, so it's open for people have a couple to a lot of new options. For women, I like to work. I like to work a lot with women also. They are numb. Most of the women today, during the retreat, it's something that I really like to talk about. And then women are opening up, and for them even to know that you can even have orgasm for penetration. For some of them, it's like, wow, I didn't know. I thought it's only I can have only clitorid orgasm. They don't even know about. So that's something I also just like to bring to awareness to women.
I think that's great that we're educating women on how to orgasm, or the fact that maybe what they've experienced, that they haven't experienced the ultimate, that it's just the tip of the iceberg of what they can possibly experience. And that's awesome. And I hope there are more people out there like you and in other modalities as well, where they reach out, and for women to be more open these days to learn. There's nothing to be shy about. There's nothing to feel shame about. There's nothing to feel guilty about. You didn't know what you didn't know. And unfortunately, our parents, most of them, they don't know anything about that stuff, right? They're, as a matter of fact, they've probably taught us to suppress the way we feel and our pleasure, and it's like taboo. We don't talk about it. So all that created this wall that we have around us where we're not expressing ourselves. So when it comes to our relationships, it gets affected. But in this generation, in this day and age, I think it's amazing that we have this at our fingertips where we can go and explore and as a couple go and try something like that. And with that, I want to ask you, can you share with us some tips that could help men and women?
Yeah, sure.
Are you enjoying your journey on the healing train? I hope you are, just as much as I am loving this conversation and every conversation with every guest. We are talking about sex, relationships, becoming empowered, and yes, healing too. We need to heal the old narrative around our relationship with sex, pleasure, and our bodies. A lot of work goes into these episodes, and I would love for more people to find this. If you felt how powerful my message is, support this channel, this platform, wherever you are tuning from. Give some love, comment, and share it. It only takes a few seconds to help this show and help me reach more people. Thank you.
I wanted to say about what you said, yeah, especially like parents, even when you masturbate when you're a kid, and if your parents tell you go to your room or stop doing that, that's already create numb, to be numb. Then also for women, it can be even if someone doesn't like her vagina, someone told her something, someone told her about the smell, So all those things, or even going to the gynecologue and put something inside of you when you are not ready, or with a man when you are not ready, when you penetrate you, all those things makes women numb. But there are techniques to help to feel again. Because again, clitorid orgasm, it's nothing. There are so many types of orgasm, and you can have this cervical orgasm. It's so sad that women don't know about this and also don't feel it, and it's possible to everyone. Okay, and about the tips. So I think the most important thing is like to back to feel again, connect with your body. So it can be with yoga, it can be with I love the practice of shaking, and you just stand, feet on the floor, and you shake your body. You can put the music and you shake your body. Use your breath, and you just imagine energy getting out of your body, bad energy, thoughts that are not yours, energy that is not yours, and you clean yourself. And especially if you are living in a city, or if you are with a lot of people every day, this is so important to do it every day. And all of my clients, it changed their life. You really feel the difference. That's one thing that I really would recommend. Second thing, it's alternating breath. You might know that this you take your second and third finger in, and you use your thumb and fourth finger, and you alternate the breath. I have a guided meditation about this in my YouTube, and I can add it. And this is amazing kind of breath. It's a pranayama, so it's also work on the energy of life, but it's also balancing between your feminine and masculine energy. We all have both of them. We all have the feminine and the masculine, and it's so important to balance them. And it helps you to connect more with yourself and being balanced. And you don't feel anything inside, I really, really recommend to go to do a Tantra massage, yoni Tantra massage. And you need to find someone recommend you. It's also nice to go with a partner if you don't want to know someone that you will touch you inside. You go with your partner, and then someone will guide you. And with this kind of massage, you start to activate all the points inside your vagina and to feel more. So this is the best, and it's the easiest way to get that.
I bet you most people don't even know about this. I bet you.
No, most of the people think that Tantra massage it's like coming to have sex with them. That's how they call it today. There, here in the French Riviera, if someone she is a whore, she's saying, "Oh, I'm coming to do tantric massage." Tantric massage is a healing massage that helps you heal yourself. Also for men, the tantric massage helps them to, if someone is impotent, it will help you to heal that. And it helps men to get to energetic full body orgasm without ejaculation.
Oh my God, now that's a big one. I think men
Yeah, this
out
is another
there who are
subject.
listening to this are probably thinking, okay, now I
This is
know why you got a lot of people coming to you with curiosity because they're probably curious right now, thinking,
yeah, most
what?
of the people don't know what to have orgasm without ejaculation.
I
What?
know, it's almost like unheard of. Like, how's that even possible? I guess it is possible.
Welcome. Yeah.
Welcome to the tantric world.
Yeah. Um, yeah. Other tips? More?
These are good tips. Three is good. I like three. Three is always a good number for me. But
And
I
join
want
my
us to
retreats. You can come to my retreats. Yeah.
definitely, definitely. I want us to go back and talk about women and them needing to heal. Okay, we're on the Healing Train podcast and we gotta talk about healing something. Okay, so women need to heal their traumas, their shame. I mentioned it before, the guilt from whatever it is that they have encountered, whether it be from childhood or later on in adulthood life, or maybe in their own experiences when they've become with partners. Are there anything that women can do? Again, I'm not sure if you want to call it tips, exercise, or something that they can do now if this woman recognizes herself in that, saying, yeah, I think I am carrying a lot of shame and guilt, and I don't even understand my own body. And without her having to go to somebody, let's just say she's so shy right now and she just wants to see what she can do with herself. Are there anything that you can recommend or suggest?
Meditation is something important. When you start to meditate, with the time you become more the observer. Like you observe everything. You are not. You feel that you are not anymore. You are not connect too much with your thoughts. You observe them. You observe your life from the outside a little bit. You understand that this life is experience. You came with this body to have this beautiful experience, and you will come back again. So you accept who you are. You accept your body that you choose for this life. You treat your body also better, maybe. You said, okay, I got this body. Let's treat him well. Let's go to do sport. Let's eat healthy. Let's go to dance. Let's go. Let's touch myself in a way. Let's understand which kind of touch make you feel good. Then maybe watching yourself in the mirror and put the cream on yourself and hug yourself and learn to slowly love yourself, accept also that this is the family you came to in this life and there's just an experience. Yeah, and just accept yourself, love yourself, compassion to yourself. That's what helps me.
Well, I've noticed that you didn't say that anything sexual at all. Nothing. Like the tips that you gave are something anyone can do without it being such a hard thing to do. However,
I
I will
mean, just
say that
yeah,
meditation is not easy for everyone. It's easy for people like us who have worked through it and say, I can sit there and meditate. But a lot of people out there are be like, but I can't. I can't meditate. They already like reached that conclusion that they cannot do it because the moment they sit down, a million thoughts come to their head and like, oh, can't do it, you know? So it's not helping them.
meditation doesn't have to be sitting in meditation. There are so many types of meditation. You can dance, you can shake. You need to find your own way to calm down the thoughts. And there is a way. You need to practice. It's like a muscle. You need to repeat until one. I remember myself as a child sitting at the beach, and I had this game that every thought that came to my mind, I do like swipe back, right, swipe left. It was my game. I didn't know about meditation, but with the time, I saw that the gap between the thoughts became bigger. So I was not thinking like I'm gonna do meditation now, but I was playing, and then one day, wow, the gap become bigger, and then you're present. I know that it's not easy, especially today with all the attraction that we have, and but this is the best way to get to more connection with yourself. Then when you connect with yourself, you know already your intuition is right, so you know what is right for you and what is not right for you. And then, for example, for me, it's something that also I really want to recommend women. When you are with a man and you are not ready for penetration, you are not ready. And you're going to tell him, I'm not ready. And it's okay. You don't have to have sex. Even if I don't know, even if you had sex with him the last time, today you don't feel, you say, I don't feel. There's something else that I really recommend that all the women will start to tell men that if you are not wet and you are not begging for him to penetrate, he's not penetrating you. You need to feel ready, wet, calling him to enter. This recommendation for men and women because it will help also men to know. The moment a man penetrates you before you're ready, it's like it's not right. A lot of men thinking, oh, she said no, but she wants.
Oh my God, I love you said that. I love that you said that because that is a common misconception on the men's side. Okay. And again, we're not here talking bad about anyone. We're just saying that this is something either we've experienced or we've heard other people share with us that a lot of men think that when the woman says no, really she doesn't really mean a no because her no is not firm and angry. It's like as if they are this under this understanding that if it really was a no, she would be angry about it. But sometimes women don't know how to be angry and because they have a people pleasing nature and it's hard for them to set the boundaries. So even their no, they mean the no, but it's just then it's not being expressed in a very firm way, and now it's being misunderstood by the man, thinking, oh, she wants it. She just, because she's saying a
Just
soft
putting
no.
hard to get, or yeah, I hear it a lot from men. I'm talking with a lot of men about it, and they're always thinking, no, but all the women are like that. And I'm like, no, if a woman say no, she's not, she doesn't want, don't convince her. And yeah, women try to be more, to put boundaries and to
Be
understand that
firm.
it's not
Be
right.
firm.
And it's good for the men to know that and feel good about this.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, Aviv, it's about knowing your body, knowing yourself, connecting to yourself in whatever means, exploring, right? Doing some breathing techniques that would allow you to be present and centered, and experimenting as well. So
Yeah.
for women to experiment with their own bodies and know
Yes.
how things feel so that when they are connecting with someone, they know what to ask for and they know what makes them feel good, and they're not just a participant, they actually are an like active in the experience.
Yes. Yeah. It would be good to know what makes you feel good, to touch yourself, learn what makes you happy, learn how to communicate it in a nice way. Find also a man that wants to make you feel good. Be curious about Tantra. I can recommend you so many books and so many. There are even a lot of workshops online that you can do. And then you don't even need to be around people. You do it in your own home. I have my Instagram, Primavera Yoga, that you can follow me and you can write me DM. I will be happy to answer. Couples that want to work with me, I'm working with couples online also. But also, I'm happy to come anywhere, and you are welcome to come to the French Riviera. And I have my own retreats. I have retreats every month in different hotels in Italy, in the French Riviera, beautiful hotel with a spa. We have 5 days of connecting and practicing yoga, meditation, also day trips to beautiful places, amazing food, some Tantra ceremony. I'm planning to do some retreats only for singles. It will be fun.
Do you also want to share some of the books that you were talking about? You said there are some books that you could recommend. Any that you want to share with us today?
Yes, I would love to recommend, first of all, about a website that's called Live Tantra, and they have so many workshops online. And so then you can get to know about so many different teachers and see which one is more interesting for you. And books that I like about Tantra. I like the book of Mananda Sarita. There's also a lot of techniques that you can try from there. Again, when you choose your teacher for Tantra, always check for teacher that you listen to his teaching before and to see if you relate to it. Be careful when you go to Tantra workshop if you're single and not in the couple, because there's a lot of problem with that. You go to workshop of Tantra and your heart is very open, so you feel love to everyone. And then it creates problem because maybe your boundaries, you're not too strong to stay with your boundaries, and sometimes things are happening. So be careful. I don't go to workshop when I'm not in a couple. Again, for me, Tantra is very couple thing. I like when I'm with a couple to create this strong connection, not with different partners. So if I'm not in love, a strong connection with a person, I'm not going to practice with him. And that's why I'm most of the time not practicing unless I'm in a relationship.
We appreciate your honesty and we appreciate the fact that you are giving us a warning, let's say, by saying that there are practices out there that aren't the greatest, and you can be put in a situation where you don't really like it. So just stick to being couples whenever you want to be curious and try something new. But yeah, that's really good advice. And I really invite everyone who is listening to this podcast or watching us just to share with us in the comments. First, Did you learn truly what Tantra is today from this conversation, from how Aviv explained it? Did you learn something new? Did you have misconceptions about it and now it's much clearer? Let us know in the comments if that's what happened. And also share with us, would you be curious to try a tantric experience with your partner? That's also another thing I invite you to do. So I mean, if you feel comfortable, of course, but just share with us if you wish. We know it's private, we know it's personal, and it's not very easy to share, but it would be nice to know that, the people that are listening to this are benefiting from it. And with that, do you have any last words, Aviv, to leave us with? Any more tips, any more exercises that we can do?
No, I'll just ask if my partner is watching that. Please contact me. My future partner, yeah. I'm looking for a future partner who is curious about Tantra and he wants to experience this with me. So maybe he's watching the podcast.
I
That's
had
it.
no idea that the Healing Train podcast would
Who
end up one
knows?
day being a platform for hooking up, but that's okay. In this episode, I'll allow it.
No, I don't look for hooking up. I'm looking for my partner to explore that together.
Sounds
Yeah.
great. Aviv, thank you very much for this
Thank you
conversation.
so
I
much
loved
for
it.
the.
And I hope your first time being on a podcast wasn't too nerve-wracking and it was just fun and you showed up to me, you were fine, you were very natural, and I appreciate you so much.
Thank you. I tried. Next time I will be better. Thank you.